Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. Live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans, the number one, at David G. Evans 1. We're so glad you've joined us today. Won't you please like us and subscribe to us? Hit that notification button so you won't miss anything that happens with On Point. We want you to understand the times and know exactly what to do. So On Point is simply that area of conversation where we talk about the things that impact our lives, politically, sports, culturally, local, regional, worldwide, but always from that biblical perspective. So it builds your faith and builds your understanding. I need you to give us a call today, 866-743-8267. That's 866-743-8267. That's 866-74-EVANS. We'd love to hear from you today as we talk about a variety of subjects. We don't always agree, but we're never disagreeable. So that's the mantra, that's the motto, that's the foundation for our conversation, always from a faith perspective, but never avoiding any kind of subject that's out there. A lot going on in the world right now, but of course we want to welcome our world-famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas Smith, fresh back from his Virginia Beach vacation, tanned and looking somewhat more relaxed.
Somewhat.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. A lot going on.
Yeah, man.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
And something's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks, but do you think that Christians ought to be on OnlyFans?
No, OnlyFans wasn't supposed to be what it evolved into.
It's soft porn now.
Yeah, it turned into that.
It's soft porn now. So I'm not talking about what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. I was getting to that. It's to me, the use of it, fine, but the name of it throws me off in the sense of this. No, I'm talking about the actual not the platform itself. I'm talking about what it's originally created for.
What was it originally created for?
It was just created for like people to do stuff and that thing. It wasn't supposed to be.
How long ago was that?
Let me look and see when it started. To me, there are other platforms that you can use better than that because the name is the thing that gets you.
Okay, you're not answering. I'm not answering the question. I'm not asking the question properly.
No, you are. I know what you mean. I don't.
It seems like you're not answering.
No, what I'm talking about is the type of platform is okay, but using OnlyFans, the name alone, I wouldn't get on it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I'm not talking about the name. I'm talking about the content.
Oh, you're talking about the content now? Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like from a creator standpoint. I didn't know.
No,
I thought you meant.
No.
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I didn't think. I wasn't considering
content.
I wasn't considering a Christian, which they probably do, going on OnlyFans for content. I was talking about. I thought you meant like a creator create stuff.
That ain't not what I said.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, then no.
All right. So
Then no. Sorry.
So
All right.
let's go a step further. So
Okay.
From what I've seen,
Okay.
from what I've heard, because I don't know how to get on there, but
Yeah.
I've seen some comments about it.
Okay.
That a lot of it is what they're calling soft porn
Yes.
at this point,
Mhm.
and that people are making money on there, and that I'm wondering if there are Christian content creators within the context of what OnlyFans is. Do you think Christian content creators should be on OnlyFans in the way OnlyFans has now morphed
Oh
into
yeah.
what
No.
it
Oh
is?
no.
Okay.
No.
All right. So but I'm sure there are some on there. How do Christian men and women want to be perceived, I wonder, that are participating in that content when, from what I hear, in order to get there, women have to display themselves in a way that leaves nothing to the imagination, and men are now trying to catch up, but the women are the hit on OnlyFans, not the men.
Yeah. I mean, from my understanding, there are some who go show it all. There are some who just show like bikini pictures and stuff, whatever. But it's still scantily clad, it's still, wrong. Do I think a Christian should be doing that? No.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you think that a Christian that is a female that's on OnlyFans or a male that's on OnlyFans would think that someone Christian would be attracted to them for a relationship?
If male or female, if you putting all your goods out there, ain't no relationship presentation going on. That's pure lust.
Absolutely.
And I'm not, the person's not following you because they want, they want a loving marriage
know how
relationship.
smart you are. And your intelligence is not in the equation.
Come on now,
But why do you think that there would be some Christians who would think that, yes, I'm on there, but I need you to see me as a virtuous person, as a person of quality?
Well, it's that I heard somebody say, here it is, just because something may not be qualified, I'll take it this way and bring it in.
Mm-hmm.
Just because something may not be qualified as a sin per se,
Mm-hmm.
it's unwise. So, for instance, nothing wrong with a woman wearing a bikini, but at the beach, the type of bikini you wear
is different. There's a difference between a two-piece and a bikini.
It can take it too far.
Yeah.
Are you going to be condemned for hell for wearing it? No. But is it wise for you to do as a believer? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Now, but there are some people today, male and female, who would think displaying themselves that way, you should overlook what they're purposely displaying and for what they're purposely displaying it for, and find some virtuous individual hidden in there.
Well, people do that all the time. If you get to know me, just...
Well, no, I am I am knowing you.
Right.
So forget the image I'm projecting and find this other person that is obviously someone you're not willing, that you're not confident to present. Yeah.
I would much rather you be honest. I'm on here to make some money. I'm showing my stuff off.
But that says a lot about a person.
Just be honest.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
But that says a lot about a person.
Yeah.
Don't do the whole I'm OnlyFans, but I'm really Snow White.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
But you see people do that in regular life.
Absolutely.
They dress all, just all off, and then it's, well, don't look at me like that. Well,
no. Can't do that. Can't do that. If a male walked into a gym exposing the things that some women expose in a gym, and it's obvious that they get dressed to come to the gym to look like that, guys would be called creepy and
because you're supposed to notice but not notice. That's
you leave home to get noticed, but you're not supposed to notice. So I'm sexualizing myself, and some of the guys are the same way. I'm sexualizing myself for a presentation.
Yeah.
But if you say something about it, I'm going to act offended.
Yes.
But I left home with the intentions of being noticed.
Yeah, because you're not
for this very thing.
Yeah, you're not supposed. You're supposed to notice but not notice.
That's crazy.
I,
That's crazy.
I know.
But it just seems like such a when I see the things like OnlyFans and all, and when I saw like pieces of the BET award show, the only word that comes up in my mind when I see the display among our men and women, especially since they seem to be going over the edge to present themselves, the only word that comes to my mind is hopeless. It's just they're absolutely hopeless. I'm looking at panels of women who want to be judged by another standard, but presenting themselves at a standard, and the only word I can think is hopeless. Just when did you lose all hope?
Yeah. Well, and now it's all about the attention, the money, the fame.
Yeah.
It's getting it. Here, part of it's hopeless because it's like I got a window.
Okay.
Where I'm going to look a certain way.
Okay.
Let me get what I need to get.
Yeah.
And by the time things changes, I'm already set up for.
But then you want everybody to have amnesia about that.
Yeah, I know.
But past behavior is a great indicator of future behavior and mindset.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's happening to the culture, the society at large, when we want to be considered at a standard that we're not willing to present.
Yeah.
I want you to kind of, I know I robbed the bank, but I still want you to see me as an honest person.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing, nuance is lost on this generation.
Okay.
So you talk to them about the way they dress. Oh, what you want me to dress like I'm old? No.
No.
There's a
Why
middle, there's
do
a
you have
middle
to
ground.
go all the way?
But that's the thing. There's no
Okay.
nuance.
All right.
It's
There's-
either or. There's
it's
no
extremes.
Yes.
Okay.
But even some gospel singers,
It's gotten
some of the
ridiculous.
outfits
It's
they
gotten
wear at their
ridiculous.
concerts.
It's gotten ridiculous.
I'm like, ain't nobody focused on Jesus when you got all.
And it's on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have anybody around you that says, dog baby, brother, you should, we might want to consider some other kind of costume.
Yeah, yeah, and you can dress nice.
Yeah.
And not be
Ridiculous.
because for Christians, we've talked about this before, and somebody asked me this during Power God.
Okay.
I said they asked me about certain clothing while we're doing stuff. I said, you notice for the most part when we're teaching and preaching, we're pretty much very in between. There's nothing really demonstrative because we don't want the goal to be on
Absolutely.
the shoes, the suit,
Yeah.
the watch.
Yeah.
In that moment, it's about God, the
Not
word.
trying to attract all the attention to me.
Yes. It takes you 10 minutes to get over what we
Yeah.
got on.
So you get with what I'm wearing rather than what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, now.
So it's a lot of it's toned down, but nice though.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be.
I don't know why people can't see that.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
I bet you they don't wear those outfits to their jobs.
Yeah.
So if I'm not dressing like that going to work,
Yeah.
why suddenly do I have a problem? So everywhere we go has a uniform. There's no doubt about it. And most people don't have to make you wear that uniform. You decide to dress for the environment you're going into. It's only Christians who want to, when they get to church, start looking like something completely different. But when they go to work, they realize, okay, this is what I have to wear. I can't wear this, that, and the other thing. I can't come in with, crotch pants on as a guy and all that kind of stuff to my job in corporate life.
Yep.
So why is the only expression for Christians at church if I want to look worldly?
Yeah. It's that.
And I didn't even mean to talk
No,
about this long. Okay.
This is true. I mean, it's that satanic subtlety. We was doing something new. We were doing a noonday Bible study.
Satanic subtlety.
There's only two ways: life, death.
Right.
Don't eat the tree.
Yeah,
eat the tree.
yeah.
Satan's thing is,
Yeah,
how can
yeah,
I present a third way?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
The devil convinces us to serve him by convincing us that we're serving ourselves.
Right.
And we think if I'm doing me when I'm actually doing him.
That's right.
It's a deception.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because if he came presenting himself as evil, came presenting himself as bad, we would reject it.
Absolutely.
So he convinces us to serve him by convincing us to serve our desires, that third path that doesn't exist.
Wow.
How can I have the fruit on the tree and still live in the garden? You can't.
You
There's
can't.
no third way.
You can't. Okay. That makes perfect
But
sense.
it's a deception that we have, and we feel like we can do these things, and God will be pleased. He can understand.
So why do you think we think that the way to live is constant compromise? But the things that we're compromising for see no desire to compromise our way.
Exactly. The serpent was not going to compromise his
No,
principles.
He's not going to do it.
He wants you to do it.
God does not compromise his. The serpent doesn't compromise his.
Yeah.
So human beings are in a place where what I'm really going to try to do is hold both hands at the same time
Yes.
and not be pulled apart.
Yes.
It's virtually
Yeah.
impossible.
Which is why I'm wondering why we're seeing so many mental breaks from people. Because you're trying to, like you said, do these two things. Eventually,
It's
you're
not-
going to break under the pressure.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You got to choose which one.
You can't sustain it.
No.
But there's this thing out here now where I'm displaying this fruit, but I don't want you to identify the tree.
Yes. Yep.
I know the tree. I know the fruit's saying this, but I need you to understand that the tree is different. I know I'm behaving this way, but I need you. It's like I know I look miserable all the time, but I want you to see me as a happy person.
Right.
It doesn't make any
It doesn't
sense.
make any sense. But I think, to some degree, it's mere speculation here. In some camps, the overdoing of holiness, old school holiness teaching, where you couldn't do nothing, you couldn't go nowhere, everything was a sin.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, people went way to the other side without finding the middle ground.
And I think I just got a clue on that. Why is it? if I go to work, I maintain my identity at work. Why is it that many Christians, when they get in an environment that's unchristian, they immediately feel like they have to blend in with that environment and not maintain their identity?
Yeah.
Are we so vulnerable to peer pressure, cultural or social peer pressure, that we feel like, well, I'll just throw God away for a minute because I want to fit in?
Yeah.
But then we talk about authenticity all day long.
I know. I can have both. I can have God.
But you can't.
And have what I want, and you can.
You can't.
And again, we're not overly dogmatic of you got to wear a skirt down to your ankles every day. And,
No.
you know what I'm saying? But
Nothing like that.
There's that.
Why do we we feel like we have to give up our identity to be a part of the larger society? Why are we afraid to be different and stand on? I was talking to a guy yesterday, one of the security guards, and he's 60 and I'm my age, and I'm like, when did truth stop being truth?
Yeah.
When did truth become situational? So we find ourselves now talking to people that actually have no barometer. They have no foundation.
Yeah.
Phones are lighting up. 866-743-8267. 866-743-8267. I know you have something to say about the fact that Sudan took the United States
To
100 points and 101 points. And
the international competition
they're getting better now.
is getting better and better.
And I don't know why they didn't think those brothers from Africa were going to learn how to play ball.
Yeah.
We forget Akeem Olajuwon. It only took him, 2 years to become almost invincible?
Yeah.
Let's go to Scott from Vineland. Good morning, Scott. How you doing? Scott. We'll come back to Scott. Let's see. Tom, Fort Lauderdale. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
You doing good, man?
Yo, I'm doing excellent. I'll tell you something about truth in a minute, but let me go back to the point that you brought up about OnlyFans.
Yeah, man.
Bishop, I look at too much YouTube, and I saw a special the last couple, I think 2 or 3 specials over the last couple of days. People don't understand. You want to stay away from OnlyFans, and the reason I say that, it's becoming a porn place where porn people who weren't making money because of all of the free porn, they're shifting their efforts to OnlyFans now.
Absolutely.
You got
So
teachers
there's no
giving their
way
jobs
that
up.
Yeah.
you don't want to be associated with that.
No.
I think in any way at all, because I think most of the public now looks at an OnlyFans page as another form of pornography.
Well, the pornography purveyors see it as pornography, only a little softer.
I would agree, but still, I think once you're on it, you're going to be tagged that way. Maybe I could be wrong, but it's just.
Well, no, I think you're right. I think the thing that's always mystified me about social media is that people put it on there, and they say ridiculous things like, "I thought only my friends would see it," or "I put up there so this person would see it." But they do call it social media, right?
Yeah.
So there's this unconsciousness that goes along with it.
Yeah, and it also has figures. What I mean was that when OnlyFans first came out, it was kind of lucrative financially.
Was it?
They're saying that, but right now it's not so lucrative as people think. Some people who have really strong content can make it, but it's just like anything else. If you don't have strong content, it's not that lucrative.
Well, strong content on there is how much you can show, right?
Exactly. And I don't think you want to get into that realm. You don't want to sell your soul for that, I don't think.
But I'm wondering. I'm sure that people are not considering the consequences of this moment of fame, because I guess there's a few of the people that are making some real money on there. And what the revenue generating part, Tom, you and Pastor Nick help me out. The revenue generating part is you show yourself there and somebody sends you money because you showed yourself?
It's like a subscription model. It could be a subscription model. From what I understand, they'll basically pay to be a
For
part,
you to keep doing that.
to be involved in your site. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so that person probably has to, say if it's a female, she probably has to up her game every week on her videos in order to stay current and fresh and desirable on that thing.
Probably if she's not a known person, like
Okay.
some celebrities at a certain place, not like the A-list celebrities got
Right.
on there
Okay.
and were making money because people know who they are. They already had a platform
Okay.
beforehand.
So is there a conversation that goes along with that? Okay, I don't.
I've never been.
Bishop, I wish I could tell you I knew, but I refuse to pay money to these sites.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
But it speaks of desperation to me. But it also speaks of a cultural decline on our part. That something like that would actually generate revenue.
Yeah. And they're doing it from, I mean, you have teachers that were teaching, it's in the newspapers all the time. They're teaching school, then they find out that they got OnlyFans, so they fired a teacher.
Yeah.
And the teacher's like, fine, because I make 5 times more money on OnlyFans than I do. It's that, like Tom said, that lust for money. You're gaining all this stuff, but you're losing.
So what we're talking about is a visible strip club. That's what we're talking
Basically,
about.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
basically.
All right. Okay. All right. Yes.
Bishop, you're talking about truth.
Yeah.
Somebody I work with, they're not directly involved with what I do, but they're involved with HUD. But I see them in the office all the time.
Okay.
And don't you know? I try to stay with politics at the job, so this happened. Hey, what do you think about Kamala? I don't like her. I'm thinking, well, I don't know if I'm crazy about it, but it's the best thing we got. But then she opened. It was a young black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying young. I'm old now. She's probably in mid-30s, but
Okay.
young to me.
That's young.
Yeah, and she said, yeah, and as I'm getting into her head, she's like, yeah, I said, I'm glad if anybody going against Trump. And she goes, well, I wish it was Ron DeSantis instead of Trump. And
Say what?
I almost had a heart attack. I was like, for what? She said, he's a good governor. He didn't make us do this, that, and the other. And when I'm talking about the lie or the truth, this woman has bought into everything the Republicans are selling. She didn't want to own up to it to me because she wouldn't know normally. If I wouldn't ask the question, she would not normally opened up like that.
Let me say something. Let me say something that might get me dragged. If you're talking to an individual who has a problem admitting they're wrong or apologizing, why would we be concerned or confused when they have a distorted view of the truth? If I can't admit I'm wrong, and we start to say, well, I don't know how you're thinking about that. I can't admit I'm wrong. I can't get out of my own head. Then why are we so confused when that same person believes a lie about or has to convince themselves that some untruth is true?
Yeah, or
When self-awareness is not even there.
Right.
Okay.
when I made a comment that party, because this lady works with HUD, but she worked as a social worker beforehand.
Unbelievable.
And others, and I said to her, everybody you represent and everything you do is against the Republican agenda. I said, if nothing else, your constituents, the people you serve, would be eliminated. And she couldn't fathom that. But
Well, watch this.
was-
Sometimes people get into those fields based on their compassion. And while they're working in those fields, they develop contempt for the same people they started out wanting to help.
And I believe that 100% with this one. When I can sit back now and
Yeah. So what?
Observe
Yeah. So now I've got to.
from a different.
I've got to develop an entirely new belief system that supports my contempt now. So yes, I do think if I was that lady, I'd think Ron DeSantis was an excellent choice.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I know I got to get off here. But I don't know if you're going to pick up the Kamala thing, but
Yeah.
and it looks like she's doing better than people thought.
Well, I think what happened was the Republicans were not. They were ready for a different reaction. They thought they were going to throw somebody else in, but their female agenda has gotten them in deep water now. That anytime you get 100,000 Caucasian women on a Zoom call and they raise some stupid amount of money for her, that's an indicator that something's going on. That the Republican Party, Doc,
the most money raised for a candidate in history in one day.
Absolutely crazy. So now they're trying to figure out what the heck did we do. But I've been asking the same question: who's driving the bus over there? Who's been driving the bus? And now then they got this Vance guy, who's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a baby, you shouldn't have anything to say. Come on, man. Come on. So men shouldn't have anything to say either?
No, it's only women. Only women.
That guy's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But there are a lot of conservatives that
They're starting to make the word conservative.
Yeah.
It's like the evangelicals.
Yeah.
Some of them turned that word into a bad word. Some of us stopped even calling ourselves evangelicals. But this conservative thing, that's been morphed into something else now, too.
It's a Trump conservatism.
Well, it used to be law and order, truth, financial integrity, blah, blah, blah. You can't. Conservative is not.
Yeah. They want to go back to old school.
Yeah,
Shut your mouth, had babies.
Yeah, that's. What's that, Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you, man.
Hey, take care.
Talk to you.
See you, Tom.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Let's see if we can go back to Scott. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, Bishop Basham, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, how you guys doing?
How you doing?
Doing great, man.
Boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to talk about in a short bit of the time.
What's
Last
that?
week I fell asleep doing when you guys came on.
Yeah.
That was when, of course, Mr. Trump got assassinated. Do you think that was a stage? Because I don't put anything past him.
What you mean, the assassination attempt?
Yeah, do you think that was like set up or stage? If I could say, I don't put anything past him to get attention.
Pastor Nick brought some light. He said that he got hit in the ear with some glass.
Well, they're speculating.
Yeah.
Because somebody did die and 2 other people got shot. So I'm not going to say
Somebody was shooting.
Somebody was shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're wondering, I guess, how big they showed how they are. 15 bullets are huge.
Huge.
And the ballistics of it, if it really did hit him in his ear, the damage to his ear would have been a little more significant. Unless it was like
It had to just barely miss him.
yeah. Because I think they showed a picture of his ear within this week, and it looks fine.
Yeah, because he didn't get hit by a bullet.
It might have been.
You stole my thunder, Pastor Bishop. That quick he's healed. There's no hole or nothing in his ear.
But they were shooting going on. People died.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem was they're trying to protect him, and he's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
How you?
Having a party. Once again, attention seeker.
Come on.
You got to care enough about your people enough to let them take care of you.
Absolutely.
Because what if somebody else starts shooting? Then your Secret Service.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Of course, the dude, Miss Kamala Harris, Vice President, being nominated. Do you honestly, in your gut feeling, think that she can win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Now, may I ask, Bishop, what are your few reasons? Not to sound smart, but what are your few?
number one, pure numbers.
Okay.
7, 8 women to every man in the country.
Okay.
So they're the largest voting bloc. Females are the largest voting bloc.
Okay.
Well, what's going to really make a difference is the people of color.
Okay.
Yeah, and no one was ready for the fact that in the context that we're in, with the oppressive politics that we've had to endure, that this female coming up was going to be a breath of fresh air for everybody. And the fact that they don't want to debate with her is significant.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes.
you don't want to debate with a political lawyer. You don't.
And Trump donated to her campaign too, right? Back
When-
when she
back
was,
in the day?
back in the day, 2012. He wrote her 2 checks. It's like 2010
Really?
or 12.
Yeah.
Ivanka wrote her a check.
Oh, that's right. They were Democrats then.
Yeah. And she
Trump,
can-
wait a minute.
she
Wait a
can-
minute. Donald Trump, the one wrote
Yeah.
her a check.
They got the copies of the
Did
checks.
it bounce?
No.
She donated the checks to some organization.
Yeah.
But they, yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. I've never lost to words, Bishop. You know me better than anybody. I have lost to words on that
Well,
one.
they were Democrats then.
Mm-hmm.
That was before he, condemned and put a reward out for the 5 young men that were incorrectly accused of hurting that woman in the park.
So you were saying Trump was a Democrat at one time?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
sir.
was. He believed in abortion
Yes,
and all
sir.
that stuff.
All of them.
Oh.
Or he was going with the people that he thought could
Help him.
help him
Okay.
the most.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they had Democratic politicians that were strong in New York, so he wasn't going to go against the grain.
Okay. Okay.
And a couple $1,000 donation is nothing coming from him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm so looking forward to this debate. I was looking forward to
he
talking
pulled
to
out.
you guys.
He pulled out. He's not going to do it.
I guess he can do what he wants. Man. Okay.
All right, man.
All right. Take care.
Talk to you.
See you.
All right.
What we got on Facebook, man?
I'll tell you after. Okay.
Okay.
Put this in public.
Can't put it
No.
They getting raw in there?
Not too raw. I'll explain
Okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we got Robin from Delaware, line 4. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop and Pastor
Good morning.
Nick. How y'all doing this morning?
Hi.
Doing great, doing great. What's your comment today?
Oh, first I want to say, Bishop, I'm so proud and congratulations on your 34th pastoral anniversary celebration tomorrow.
Thank you.
deserve everything that you get tomorrow.
Thank you so
and
much.
And like Pastor Nick said, we want you around a whole lot more years. I've been praying, Lord, at least give you 30, 40 more years.
What, 72? 102?
We need you around another 30, 40 years.
Yeah, okay. All right. I want to stay
And
alive. I want to stay alive that long, but I ain't staying around that long. Come on now. Come on.
Happy anniversary, Pastor Nick, to you and Reverend Tiffany.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I just have a. First, I wanted to ask. I don't know if Pastor Nick, Bishop, you remember. I think it was a few months ago. The young woman, I think she had a seizure in the congregation, and it was just amazing how fast Pastor Nick and the other members got to her fast.
Oh,
and
that
took
was
her
at
out.
communion that night. Yeah.
Yeah. Is she doing okay now?
Yeah, she was fine. Matter of fact, I ran into them the next day or 2 days later at an emergency room in the hospital. I was going to see someone. And they were there for another reason.
Well, that's good. That's good. So I read where ex-President Trump, the only way that he will debate Vice President Harris if it's on Fox News, because he said that ABC News is fake.
Well,
And
I
that's
don't
the
know
only way.
I don't know why he's doing that, Robin, because he got CNN to agree that they would not fact check him during. Now, here's my problem. If I tell you part of my demands for coming on your network is that you will not fact check me, then I'm telling you I'm coming on there, I'm going live.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to call me on it. So, she shouldn't go on networks where they're going to try to purposely skew the debate results or the format. So they need to find some place. But the reality is he doesn't want to debate her, so he's found a reason. All right, let's ask him to come to Fox.
Yeah.
Do you think she would go on Fox?
She ain't going on Fox. She ain't gonna waste her
She don't
time
need
with that.
No, she don't.
He's not going to do it.
She has not
Okay.
needed a debate to get what she's gotten so far. So, he doesn't want to debate with her. I understand why.
Well, I'm just amazed. She raised $100 million in 7 days,
More than that now, it's 160.
and she's only 2 points behind. I think the last time I saw her, I think she's only 2 points behind Trump. So,
Yeah, if you do the margin for error, they're even right now.
oh wow, okay.
So it's just,
Well, I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. I just hope they do a debate.
they're not going to do it.
Wow.
He cannot. They would rather have their vice presidential candidates meet and think Vance might do better against whoever the Democrats get. But I don't think Trump wants to deal with her one-on-one.
She would mop the floor up with him.
Yeah,
But he's doing the whole. We don't want a socialist female running the country. He's going.
Yeah, he's going that way.
He's going that whole angle.
Oh, did you see when he was talking and saying, I just love Christians. I just love you Christians. I'm not a Christian, but I just love you Christians.
He's not one now?
I was going to watch that video.
He
It came out this
said
morning.
I was watching that.
But I did.
I know Pastor Nick lost for words.
I wonder what the evangelical said about that.
Well, I just saw it this morning. The video's circulating now, so it must have happened last night. But they're going to excuse. They're going to come up with, he's still a baby Christian or whatever that they're going to say.
No, he says I'm not.
I know, but they're going to say that he's
okay.
Just be honest. He's got the principles that I want. I'm vote for him.
Don't try to make him saved and everything. Just go with him if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, just fine.
Yeah. Okay, Rob.
Well, that's all I have. Oh, Pastor Nick, I'm gonna hang up. But have you heard? It might already happen. Where Social Security stating that they're thinking about making Social Security benefits as income to pay for divorce and alimony. If I have it correctly. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything like that. That sounds bizarre.
Can you send a link? I've never heard of it.
I never heard of it.
Okay. When I find it, I will.
Talk to you.
All right, don't have a best day. Love you guys.
Bye-bye. 866-743-8267, 867-8267. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you this morning. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. Live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device. We're going to Danny in Lauderhill, Florida, and then we're going to Larry in Philadelphia. Good morning, Danny. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop, Pastor Nick, staff.
Morning.
How y'all doing today?
Doing great, man. We're doing great.
Yeah. I'm trying to cool down this morning. Starting a hot one again, as usual.
Well, it's Florida, man. It's summertime.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say a couple of things here and then get out of the way.
Okay.
But my thing is that, Bishop, is that all these things that have been happening and things that you don't hear about, within the last 2 weeks, I know of 2 toddlers that were killed by drive-bys. And it's just getting out of hand. I keep saying it, but nobody seems to be getting a message down here as to what's going on, and it's terrible, really terrible. And to hold the people that bought these guns going the way that they are, DeSantis and all these other people, nobody's talking about it. These are long guns, guns that can repeat, so many times. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Are the people? Is there any voice down there that's loud enough that says, this has gotten out of control, or are people afraid to speak out against the gun laws? What's the issue?
It's fear, basically fear. Nobody wants to say anything, basically, and they're afraid to the repercussions. If you say something, then you're going. They don't want to go up against the powers that be, and it's really crazy. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I'm so glad to see that we have somebody that can come up to the mic and say something and not be afraid. That's what I was beginning to give up when I saw that what was happening with the president's election and what have you. But now we have people that are standing up and saying things. Number one, Crockett from Texas, and now we have Kamala there. These people, they come to the mic, and like you say, they know what they're talking about. One thing I give you credit for, Bishop, when you told us watch out for New York. New York is they know how to handle certain types of people, so they're not afraid. They weren't afraid to go ahead to indict, the former president and what have you, and they're continuing on. So that was encouragement. But then not only that, to see our people come together in a matter of days. I see fraternities, sororities, people coming together. Now I'm looking down to see what our churches are going to do. Are they going to try to get us out to the polls and turn this thing around? It can't be done.
There's been several meetings this week. Thousands and thousands of people on these 2 Zoom meetings that I'm aware of that I was invited to.
Glad to hear that.
So they're rallying very, very, very quickly. I just think we're going to have to settle on who's going to lead You don't want 4 or 5 different people leading with 4 or 5 different agendas.
Yes.
There needs
yes.
to be a
As
joining
one.
of minds, a uniting of minds, and focus in order to do it properly. But there's been at least 2 meetings that I've been involved in this past week, that thousands and thousands of pastors and churches are getting involved.
And the last but not least, I'm waiting. Well, I'll say we are waiting to hear from you and Pastor Nick on 2025 to give us some insight that you have, because the only insight that I can really trust would be from you or either Pastor Nick, because you have been on point on several things through the years. And so I'm waiting to hear.
We're going to be able to talk about it intelligently. We'll probably start next week, but we're
Thank you,
going
Bishop.
to, over the next few weeks, we're putting together a group that's going to help us. One of the things that could help us, Danny, is if you would make sure we can reach you so that we can ask you from outside, to be part of that study, so you can talk to us intelligently on what it's all about.
We'd be more than happy to
All
contribute.
right. So when I put you on hold, just give Crystal a good contact number for you.
Will do.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, Bishop. God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Pastor Nick, staff.
866-743-8267. The lines are finally open. You can give us a call. We've got about 20 minutes left in broadcast time. Kids, I need you to go change your clothes, okay? And we're going to Larry, line 6. Good morning, Larry. How you doing?
I am blessed. Good morning. Thank you for answering my call.
Absolutely, man. Welcome to On Point.
Amen. 3 things. Trump, let me turn the TV off. Trump, when you say Trump got shot, I feel it was staged. I feel that the people that did get shot was collateral damage, because that's the mindset that he has. I feel that he looked at Hannibal Lecter and stopped at the movie called Shooter with Danny Glover and Mark Wahlberg because it looks staged. And who gets shot and gets up and raises their fist and talk about where's my shoe? If I got shot, I'm getting out of town. I'm getting out of here. Second thing, if somebody said, can Kamala win? Absolutely, if you vote.
That's right.
Sure you can.
Sure.
If you go out and vote, yeah, she can win. And I was talking to a lady, third thing, and I was talking to a lady at the supermarket, Superfresh, yesterday in the mall, and she was talking about, yeah, well, we used to vote Republican, so I would listen to the conversation because she was talking to somebody else. And she said, I don't understand why black people don't go back to where we came from. I said, have you read Project 2025? Have you perused the computer? And she changed the subject, and I said to her, that tells me you haven't read it.
That's right.
Read Project 2025, and then let's make an intelligent decision. And I think black folk, the ones who are talking that rhetoric, are talking only because they're too lazy to read, or they're self-absorbed. They want what they want. They want their 401k to be lucrative, and their pocketbook to be lucrative. They're not thinking about the generation that's behind them, because that's what 2025 is going to affect. It may not affect us, but it's definitely going to affect our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. And so that's my comment. Thank you for
and I appreciate your call, man.
Okay.
Call us again now. Bye-bye. What I think people are going to miss in the Project 2025 document, first, the length is going to intimidate some people. The language is not complex, but the subtleties may get by some people. There are things that are going to impact us culturally, economically, therefore socially, at a ground level. That Project 2025 is not about working people and poor people, not at all. The advantage is there for those that can send their kids to private schools. That's going to take the quote unquote political Christians out of the public education system. It's almost going to be a penalty for those that cannot send their kids to private education, because public education is where they're going to get the fodder, the kindling wood for the battles they're going to fight around the world. It's so simple when I look at it.
Yep. And the crazy thing to me is they're bashing government through the document and through their rhetoric, while trying to build a dominant government.
It doesn't make any sense.
An authoritarian government.
It makes no sense.
But you're knocking government. Like,
and why? And here's the other thing: why are they choosing Trump as a king?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it that they can control him? They can't.
They can't. I think because he has the rhetoric they want.
Okay.
He pulls in that crowd.
Okay.
But they keep talking about the founding fathers and what they wanted. They didn't want a king. They set up term limits. Well, term limits came later on, but they had that whole thing for a reason every 4 years because they didn't want somebody to be there for their whole entire lifetime.
Right.
I mean, but it's not. It's the who determines what.
That's right.
And when I do it, it's okay.
Yep.
When I do it, it's different.
We hate dictators in other countries, but 2025 is looking to have a dictatorship here.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to fire every historically government employee and put political appointees in those positions, that's what it says in the document, which means all decisions are not going to be made for the people. They're going to be made for the ideology of the present administration or the administration that they want to have. It's frightening.
It is. And Trump said that speech last night, I think it was last night, he said, if you vote for me this time, we don't have to worry about an election in 4 years because it's already going to be set. He's basically throwing it out there like, once I get in, I ain't trying to get out.
But he's claiming he doesn't know anything about 2025.
I know.
What happened to some of the people in the country where I want to build this document, I want the government to be like this, and just throw away this democratic, it's not an ideal anymore. It's not perfect, but it works better than any other thing that we have in the world. So it's fear, man.
It is. Obama getting in office scared these people.
Heck up.
And one thing I will say is that I hate to use this term radical left because of the way you use it.
Yeah.
There is a centered left. There's a centered right. There's a radical left.
And a radical right. Yep.
Some of the stuff that they're doing on the liberal side are trying to push their side so far that the conservative, even I am like, y'all going too far.
You're
and
going way out there.
I can't get with y'all
way out there
on this.
Yeah.
And you can't, like in California where the kids that want to be transgender, the schools can do some stuff with the kids and not tell the parents. You can't do that and sane people think.
No, that is okay. No.
Come on, y'all. Like y'all going some of y'all are going too far with this.
I
on both sides.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Where's the benefit to most of the people? Where's the political generalization that we're here for the people?
Yes.
But you can't do that with these sometimes ridiculous extremes.
They are. Yeah. Absolutely.
I understand inclusiveness, but some decisions that are being made, right or left, are detrimental to the society.
Yes, absolutely. To the majority of people that are Americans. Like, most of us don't live on the fringes.
No, we don't.
But they're the loudest ones.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And we can't have it's going to be all right thing, because to me, you elect a guy to be president, elect a woman to be president. If past behavior is an indication of future behavior, then and Project 2025 makes a Trump administration much worse than it was. I mean, they're going to kill Social Security. Medicare and all that stuff might go out the window. But you've got senior citizens who are like, this is who I want in office. You're not going to be able to get medical care.
Not at all. Yep. Because you agree with the person on two things.
Incredibly stupid.
I know. But they know how people are.
Yeah, I guess, man. Well, we can't go much further without talking about the shooting in Illinois.
Yeah.
Sonia Massey. Guy's been fired already. From what I understand, he'd already been shifted from 5 or 6 other police departments. That can't be good.
Yep. Kicked out of the military.
Kicked out of the military.
Kicked out of the military, yeah.
How's the guy keep his job?
Yeah.
And he shoots this girl in the face because of what?
She asked, "Can I turn her boiling water off?"
Mm-hmm.
Picked it up. I'm trying to remember everything that happened. And he claimed that she was trying to throw the boiling water at him.
Okay.
And she wasn't trying to throw it at him. And the video shows you that, you know, because she had it in her hand, and she said something about, "I'm sorry." I think she had some mental issues too.
Okay.
And he just shot her right there. The video is hard to watch. I mean,
I can't watch that stuff,
Yeah,
man. It messes with me.
it
It messes with me.
you know. I mean, you don't his body. He didn't have his body camera on. His partner had the body camera on. So when the shot happened, you really can't see her get shot because he's kind of
Right.
blocking it a little bit.
Right.
But you can see her go down.
Right.
But I mean, in the distance between, even if she was going through the boiling water, it didn't require a shot to the head. The distance between them two was nowhere close. It wasn't that close to, you know.
I don't know, man.
I know.
Do you think that it's advisable for Biden to try to make some Supreme Court changes before he goes out of office?
I'm nervous about.
Because this group is out of control.
I know. I'm nervous about stacking the court because
Okay.
then you set precedent. Somebody else comes
Sure.
in, and they all
But
gonna
it's,
come
but
in
it's
and
stacked
just-
already.
Well, I'm talking about stacked. Like there's always been a certain amount. It's not by law. It's just by custom.
Right.
And if they start adding them, we go like 13, 14, 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should vote in term limits.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you should sit for your whole life.
Especially if you find out you're crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Clarence Thomas, he gonna be there till the day he die probably.
That's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's not good.
and the guys that just came in, what's her name, Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh.
That's not good. That's not
they're
good.
young enough to be there for
Yeah, that's not good.
30, 40 years.
That's not good. They lied during their hearing.
Yeah. I
Said
know.
what they weren't going to do.
I
Got
know.
in there and did
And
it.
did it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anybody else had lied during the hearing, get in and start doing something else, people's hair would be on fire.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, look, give them 5, 10 years, whatever. Congress is what? Every 2 years for some, 4. President every 4 years. I don't see why they can't have one.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But judge for a lifetime?
Yeah.
Especially if your ideology goes off, especially if your mental capacity goes away. I mean, what do you do about that?
And no code of ethics.
That's crazy. But you're making decisions about people's ethics when you have none. That's amazing.
It is. But Congress, they talk about it, but I'm not sure they want to give the Supreme Court a code of ethics because
Okay.
then they, I'm sure they have different code of ethics, but I'm just saying, am I going to expose myself trying to, clamp down on them
Sure.
for some of the Congress people?
Yeah. It's a mess.
It is.
And I'm when I think Supreme Court, I'm thinking that's the vestige, the last vestige of reason and law and stuff for our nation.
Supposed to be, yeah.
So if now it's become political, it no longer behaves like a Supreme Court.
The scales of justice are supposed to be balanced, as they say.
They're not balanced now.
Yeah.
Almost out of time, Pastor Nick. So the Olympics started,
Yeah.
which means I'm not going to get any sleep for 2 weeks. Got to watch it.
Yeah.
I would love to invite you to join us tomorrow here at the Plaza for our 34th pastoral anniversary services. We'll have a live service, of course, at 11 a.m. Pastor Dwayne Freeman will be with us, and then we have another service at 6. Bishop Paul Sylvester Morton will be with us. We understand God is going to do a great thing tomorrow. We're doing special things for the anniversary. Don't worry about COVID vaccinations or masks. We removed those limitations a long time ago. We want everybody to come. Don't miss our new midweek services. You want to be a part of our noonday Bible study on Wednesday and our 7 p.m. worship service on Wednesdays. You don't want to miss those. If you need some updates about what's going on with our church, you can get that at BBC News to 28950. You text BBC News to 28950. If you need some devotional inspiration, you can text BBC Elevate to 28950. Now, we always love praying with you, but we can't pray with you if you don't send your request in. Send your prayer request to social at go2bethany.com. That's go2bethany.com. Social at go2bethany.com. We want you to subscribe to David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Our podcast platforms are DGEMS, DGEMS, that's for David G. Evans Ministries, and On Point, our podcast. Now, stay strong. We're looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. People are coming from all over. We want you to be in the number and experience the power of God here with us. God has been moving in a tremendous way in our ministry, and we don't want you to miss one bit of it. So come on out and see us. I don't worry about you have to drive 30 minutes an hour. We drove further to get in trouble. So come on out and see us tomorrow. And for Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. And it's not time yet. It's 3 minutes. The kids are getting ready for the dance.
Yeah, tomorrow, yes.
Our children and our adults and our teens are all combining tomorrow. And they've been practicing just rigorously for months to get this thing right. And Sister Justice has done a tremendous job with all 3 segments of our dance ministry. And it's just, I'm looking forward to seeing it. They're keyed up about it.
I know they are. It's all they talk about.
Man, oh man. And it got closer. Now they're having performance pressure and everything. So I'm just looking forward to this thing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
We're going to have a great time with the children. I understand the choir singing tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. And we're going to handle the worship all day long. But it won't be the same without you guys.
And Transforming Lives Month in August, too.
Oh, that's right.
We talked about it last night.
Yeah, Transforming Lives Month is August. Now, it's each one, bring one every Sunday. Bring your friends. We believe God's going to save and reclaim and reconnect people in hundreds of numbers. Prodigal Son is the theme for the entire month, so there'll be some dramatic stuff mixed in with the Word of God presentations. There'll be some musical presentations. You don't want to miss what's going on the entire month of August. And our Women's Day is in August.
Yes.
3rd Sunday in August. Arise.
Arise, Queen, arise.
Arise, Queen, arise.
Queenology,
Queenology. So we're going to have a great time with that. Now, we want you to stay strong. We want you to stay saved. And remember, pray for us as we pray for you. Faith acts like a thing is so, even when it's not so, that it might be so. For Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. This has been On Point, and we will see you next time.